You worked incredibly hard to earn your green card. Years of paperwork, interviews, background checks, waiting, stress, sacrifices. You built a life here. But what if I told you that in 2026, important changes are happening quietly, and many permanent residents don't even realize it? This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Because what I'm about to explain could make the difference between protecting your future and putting everything at risk. Stay with me until the end, because the final point is something very few people are talking about, and it could affect you even if you've followed every rule. Welcome back. Today, we're breaking down critical updates that every green card holder needs to understand right now. Let's start with a real situation. A lawful permanent resident had lived in the United States for nearly 3 decades. He had a family, a successful business, a home. He paid taxes every year. One day, he traveled abroad with his family for a short vacation. When they returned and landed in New York, he approached the immigration checkpoint like he had many times before. But this time was different. He was taken aside. Hours passed. His wife and children waited anxiously. He was placed in a holding room. The reason? A DUI conviction from 27 years ago. One mistake from nearly 3 decades earlier suddenly became an issue. He was detained for 2 days before his attorney was able to secure his release. And cases like this are becoming more common in 2026. Enforcement is stricter, reviews are deeper, and permanent residents are facing greater scrutiny than before. Let's go step by step through what is changing and what you should do. First, business owners need to pay close attention. Beginning March 1, 2026, businesses will only qualify for Small Business Administration loans if they are 100% owned by U.S. citizens, not majority owned, not 99%, completely owned by citizens. If even a small percentage is owned by a green card holder, the business may no longer qualify for SBA funding. Think about the impact. Restaurants, construction companies, tech startups, cleaning services, retail stores. Thousands of businesses owned partially or fully by permanent residents may lose access to one of the most important funding sources available to small businesses. If you're considering applying for an SBA loan, timing matters. After the deadline, eligibility rules may shut that door. Next, let's talk about public benefits and the public charge issue. A stricter approach to public charge evaluations is expected to expand. This means the government could look more carefully at whether applicants have used benefits such as Medicaid, SNAP, or housing assistance when reviewing immigration applications. Here's the difficult part. Many green card holders are legally allowed to use these programs. They qualify. They follow the rules. But fear about how it may affect future immigration steps, including citizenship, is causing families to avoid programs they truly need: healthcare, food assistance, housing support. Before making decisions about benefits or filing new immigration paperwork, it's extremely important to consult a qualified immigration attorney. Every case is different. The impact depends on your individual history. Now let's move to international travel and visa processing. There has been an expansion of travel-related restrictions affecting dozens of countries. In addition, immigrant visa processing from abroad has slowed or paused in certain cases. Applicants waiting overseas are experiencing interview cancellations and extended administrative processing delays with unclear timelines. Even more concerning, some individuals inside the United States report unexpected processing delays linked to their country of origin. If your case has been delayed far beyond normal processing times, legal remedies such as filing a mandamus action, which asks a court to require the government to make a decision, may be an option. These cases are highly situation-specific and require professional guidance. Now let's return to the issue of past records. Immigration officers are reviewing old incidents more closely than ever before. Arrests, charges, convictions from decades ago, Even cases people believed were fully resolved are being examined during re-entry or other immigration steps. Having a green card does not automatically shield someone from detailed review. If you have any criminal history, even something minor or expunged, it is wise to speak with an attorney before traveling internationally. Which brings us to re-entry. In the past, a re-entry permit provided strong reassurance for permanent residents traveling abroad for extended periods. Today, even travelers with valid re-entry permits are sometimes questioned extensively on return. Officers may ask, "Where do you actually live? Where do you pay taxes? How much time have you spent outside the U.S.? Is America truly your primary residence?" It's critical to carry documentation supporting your ties to the United States: tax returns, lease agreements, mortgage documents, employment records, bank statements. And when asked about time spent outside the country, be exact. Border systems track entry and exit records electronically. Guessing or providing incorrect information can create far bigger problems than the travel itself. Now, let's slow down. This isn't about panic, it's about preparation. The green card holders who will navigate 2026 successfully are the ones who stay informed and proactive. Finally, let's discuss citizenship. Naturalization processing times are currently averaging around 6 months in many areas, which is relatively efficient compared to previous years. There is a growing sense that permanent residents who qualify should seriously consider becoming citizens. However, there is something critical you must understand. When you apply for citizenship, immigration officers review your entire immigration history, including how you obtained your green card in the first place. If there were inconsistencies, documentation gaps, or complications, for example, a marriage-based green card followed by divorce, officers may closely re-examine the original application. The citizenship process includes a good moral character review and can reopen earlier aspects of your file. That doesn't mean you shouldn't apply. It means you should prepare carefully. Before filing for naturalization, have your full immigration history reviewed. Ensure documentation is complete. Identify and address any potential concerns before submitting your application. Here's the bottom line. Permanent residence once felt permanent in every sense of the word. In today's enforcement climate, it is treated more like a status that must be continuously maintained and defended. That does not mean your future is unstable. It means awareness is power. If you own a business, understand how new eligibility rules may affect you. If you are considering public benefits or new filings, seek legal advice. If you plan to travel, prepare documentation. If you qualify for citizenship, evaluate whether now is the right strategic time. Staying informed is no longer optional, it is essential. The landscape is evolving quickly. The more prepared